You can applaud now. Thank you. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. Greetings, everybody, and welcome to this celebration of our 50th episode of Buzz. Welcome everybody here to the historic and beautiful Grandin Theatre, which has been the site of so many of our watch parties over the last 5 years. And to all those who are tuning in on our live stream, and hopefully we are live streaming-ish at this point. Yes, Rob? Excellent. Big shout out to my cousin Rob Orthwine, who is responsible for the live stream on our YouTube and hopefully Facebook channels. Before we get to our program, we've got a little housekeeping to do. I want to remind everyone about our vote for your favorite Buzz episode that is happening right now. What you need to do is on our Facebook page, and you're welcome to pull out your phones and go to our Facebook page, Buzz for Good. Go there, and there was a post from Sunday where we posted all the images from all of our previous Buzz episodes. Please go to your favorite episode or your favorite nonprofit and like it or love it. Also go to our Instagram page, also at Buzz for Good, and you'll see a similar looking post. And if you'll go to the comments section of that post and then find your nonprofit and love that, put a heart by it, okay? And by the end of the show, after this episode finishes airing, the episodes with the most likes and loves on both our Facebook and Instagram channels will earn a total of $1,000 for the featured nonprofits, okay? So please feel free right now or throughout the show to check out our Facebook and Instagram accounts and vote for your favorite Buzz episode. While you are on those channels, please go ahead and follow Buzz for Good. Same for our YouTube and LinkedIn accounts. Our work is and has been 100% supported by grants, corporate sponsors, and charitable contributions from the fine folks like you. And if you have been inspired by one of our 49 previous episodes or tonight by our 50th episode, I invite you to scan that QR code or text, I'm in the way here, text AAF Roanoke to 44321, and you'll be invited to make a contribution. Now, the 50th episode is going to acknowledge, as you'll see, a lot of the folks who made Buzz happen, but at the very top of that list are two people that I want to invite onto the stage now to say a few words. Ladies and gentlemen, the man who was the first to say yes to this harebrained scheme of mine called Buzz, Bruce C. Bryan.
Good evening. It's a great night and it's a great celebration. I think difficult things start with, you can't do that. And impossible things start with, there's no way you can do that. And about 5 years ago, a little over 5 years ago, one of my employees came into my office and said, so there's this guy that we've been working with that wants to do this thing, and it sounds really interesting. Will you talk to him? And I said, what does he want to do? He said he wants to make a TV show of nonprofits that need marketing help and the ad agencies that can help them. And I said, so wait a second. So every episode is going to be a formula of describing what's happening with the nonprofit and then the help they need and then the marketing firm taking care of that? And he said, exactly. And I said, you can't do that. And then I said, that sounds like HGTV where they just have the same formula. And I thought, well, yeah, I mean, we watch that every single night, somebody does. So somebody can do it. And I thought about it, and I talked to the team, and we said, okay, well, if you're going to do it, then we'll do one. And so we did the pilot. And I can tell you over the last 5 years, 5 Points Creative has been, I guess, fortunate enough and crazy enough to do 9 episodes with Michael. And, yep. So the last one, the first and I'm hoping later on I can get a picture with any of the 5 Points folks we worked with, but I think I see Carol, and I know I saw Angie, so the first and the last ones we did are here tonight, and I know I've cried 9 times at least in the last 5 years, because every episode, Michael, you and Dan make me tear up. The fact that you could pull this off once was difficult. I would have said 50 episodes is impossible, but you made it possible, and I think it's grit, determination, and maybe some other adjectives and other descriptions. But you've been an inspiration to me and to my team, and you have made such a big difference in our region. But I loved the email I got this morning. It sounds like you've made a difference in other time zones too. So congratulations for what you've done, for the connection with Blue Ridge Public Television, and for what we know you're going to do. Because the great thing is these programs are timeless, because both things, the storytelling that gets told about the nonprofits and the impact that has, but also the tips and service and ideas that bubble up from the marketing firms will help anybody in almost any of their nonprofit situations. So you're really doing a good thing, and I hope it's the beginning of even more goodness. So congratulations on 50.
All right, he went off script. He was supposed to talk about all the work that 5 Points Creative has done, not me. So anyway, yeah, it was funny. All right. Bruce's ad agency, as you heard, 5 Points Creative, has been the buzz for 9 episodes. He is actually neck and neck with another amazing marketing pro whose creativity is only matched by her heart. And so with that, I'd like to welcome to the stage my good friend, Carrie Cousins.
Well, that was way too nice. I just want to take a little poll of the room really quick. Who has contributed to a Buzz episode? Keep your hand up. Who's been in a Buzz episode? Look at the hands around the room. You all have touched so many other nonprofits in so many ways, whether it was through the organization that you're a part of, or being one of the first organizations to actually go on this crazy journey with us. I'm looking at you guys right down here. It was a crazy idea, right? And it's worked. And it has really been a core part of AAF's mission since COVID and for the last few years. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Carrie Cousins. I'm the Director of Digital Marketing at Lead Point Digital. I am the past president of AAF Roanoke, which is the American Advertising Federation here in Roanoke. And we are the voice of marketing and advertising in this region. Buzz is a big part of our mission. What we do by connecting nonprofits and marketers provides a baseline of education for both the marketers and the nonprofits, and for every random person who happens to watch this show on television. That advertising education mission is a big part of who we are and what we do. I've shown episodes in the classroom. I've had students engage with them. And so it goes beyond just the people sitting here. You've got a lot of reach. As far as AAF is concerned, that helps us do more than just this. The work that we're doing here and the funds that we raise here also contribute to student awards for the American Advertising Awards, where we give cash prizes to college students for the best work that they create every year. So thank you for contributing to that, even if you didn't know you were. That extended in the past year to a K-12 Advertising Awards, where we got to see a ton of littles on this stage celebrate creating and learning about advertising. It was pretty freaking amazing. And the last thing we do is we advocate for this industry. We are part of a local and national organization to ensure that advertising and marketing stays accessible and affordable for everybody. So if you're in this space and you don't know about AAF, come see me. I will talk your ear off, but I'll buy you coffee in the meantime, so you can have both. And finally, I just want to reach out and thank you for all of the time, the money, the effort you have contributed, and ask you to keep supporting this work. There's 2 really easy things you can do, and you're allowed to do them on your phones, right? 1, go find Buzz for Good on YouTube, subscribe. Don't just subscribe, though. You got to actually watch the episodes, right? And then, if you love one, share it with just one other person that you think will appreciate the message. And number 2 is actually put your money where your mouth is. Even a $10 donation can help. So I think you've got all the information here on the screen. I don't have to remember it. So if you are so inclined, we would really appreciate any additional help to support all of this work and this mission. And thank you all for coming and being a part of it together.
Thank you. That's awesome. All right, thank you, Carrie, and thank you, Bruce, so much again for the partnership that you have provided through the years. Speaking of partners, there is a man who will make multiple appearances in tonight's show that I want to invite up here now. In our shows, he has been a spoken word artist extraordinaire, a healing therapist for people suffering from depression, and a booster for Roanoke business. He's also about to release his second album called The Care Package, and I am honored to host a launch party for him on August the 15th at 6 p.m. at Hotel Roanoke, so mark your calendars, and plan on attending that fabulous event that will celebrate the artistry, the majesty of the one and only Bryan Harvest Blaque Hancock.
Dear God, let me apologize for not being more spiritual. Some days it just feels like the same old same. I can't wind down. Man, who press rewind now? Why is everybody driving the exact same lane? I need change, not loose change. I'm trying to break loose from the cage. A new phase, a new place to roost. I'd rather be rhyming. I know that it's all in due time, and while I'm climbing, just know that the rent is due. I know it's greedy for asking, but you said ask you. You said I'm of your image, so I'm just like you. I know I skip church just to go and be in this booth, but everybody who says they do don't work for you. I hear what you're saying. I know it's not an excuse, but I'm down here, so this is the path that I choose. So please forgive me as I go about my day, but I'll mess up anything that tries to get in my way. Walk in my shoes, sleep where I sleep. A prayer for myself, the company I keep. My head so heavy, get tired and so weak, but still keep pressing on. Walk in my shoes, sleep where I sleep. A prayer for myself, the company I keep. My head so heavy, get tired and so weak, but still keep pressing on. I try to coincide, it's more fun to collide, cause deep down I know that I'm a good guy, but sometimes my kindness gets mistaken for weakness. It makes me want to give back exactly what I'm receiving. It's been too long a cool head I've been keeping, but man, all these lames on my plate while I'm eating. It's said to everything that there is a season, so I try to dress accordingly to every reason. I try to keep my focus flow, eating like locusts. Hatred inside is the reason they hold us like hostages right here on our own soil. I guess the government thought that we were too spoiled. So I'm going to take my truth and use it to my defense. Since I'm going to get it all out till my spirit is cleansed. It's no longer safe with nowhere to run. Seem like everybody wants you under the gun. Walk in my shoes, sleep where I sleep. A prayer for myself, the company I keep. My head so heavy, get tired and so weak, but still keep pressing on. Walk in my shoes, sleep where I sleep. A prayer for myself, the company I keep. My head so heavy, get tired and so weak, but still keep pressing on. Wake up, look alive, tears, cry, pain, no one denies. Opiates an all-time high, it's crazy. Racism, religion, what's the decision? If you're Muslim, Catholic, Jewish, or Christian, can you feel the tension? That all stems from the division. Ideas burn the brain, cause mass tunnel vision. And the peanut gallery has peanut allergies. In reality, forget formalities, these planners are nuts. Try to pimp traditions to help the rich get richer. Politicians pick their poison, then they lace it with scripture. Mark David Chapman said he found religion, and shortly after he went and killed John Lennon. The world seems more hollow with leaders who just follow. However it go down, you better stay solid. From shallow to deep, still willing to dive in. Rolling with me? Go ahead and climb in. I'm out the gate like dogs at protest. Rap attack wars fierce for the conquest. Live and direct from that hot sweat box. That meat cleaver to see that the beef get chopped. Some nights between morning, questions come in order. You start yawning, but you're not ready for sleep. And you want to save the hour, you start losing power. Your eyes start to close and you begin to dream. And on some occasion, your heart starts racing. Displacement happens and you can't even believe. You wasted your time in that same old lie. I do it tomorrow like I got places to be. Crown and Coke, 100 pages of why rule. That's enough to give you more than an eyeful. I like to see the fakers try to do it like I do when that money don't move well. Watch what I do. And what's your definition of friend? Does it chill your soul? Something like fresh fair weather to come out of the cold. But when everything's gravy, everybody grabs a biscuit. But when feeling indifferent, gone in an instant. Taking instant star status without star quality that don't really shine no matter the quantity. And all you ever hear is, hey, just follow me. I guess real talk, few far in between. Walk in my shoes, sleep where I sleep. A prayer for myself, the company I keep. My head so heavy, you're tired and so weak, but still keep pressing on. Happy 50.
All right, well, I got nothing else to say, so we're just going to start the show. Thank y'all for being here. In the summer of 2019, I somehow convinced a bunch of actual professionals to take time off of their day jobs and help me create this TV show I had dreamt up called Buzz. The show was to feature the great work that nonprofit organizations do in our communities and the marketing agencies that donate their time and talent to help these nonprofits attract more people to their cause. Today, 5 years later, and in spite of a variety of production changes and challenges and, oh yeah, a pandemic, we are now celebrating our 50th episode. 50 seems like a good opportunity to look back to see where we came from. So like those sitcoms of old, let's cue the wavy, dreamlike transition and go back in time well before 2019 to see where Buzz actually began.
I've always loved nonprofits, the people they serve, the good they do across every part of life. From food pantries and homeless shelters to groups dedicated to arts and culture. But whether from lack of money, time, or talent, nonprofits too often don't do a good job of marketing themselves to attract more people to their cause. In 2013, I was the newly minted Marketing and Development Director for the Science Museum of Western Virginia, when a colleague thought up an amazing fundraiser. A geeky, nerdy, sciencey spin off the usual 5K race. The Time Traveler Pi Miler. Pi Miler because the race would be 3.14 miles. And Time Traveler because it would start at 1:50 a.m. on the November morning that we wind clocks back an hour. So the runners would break the finish line, time-wise, before they started. Now, we didn't have any money to promote the race, but an amazing group of volunteers from the American Advertising Federation of Roanoke took up our cause and created a pro bono commercial.
Western Virginia presents the Time Traveler Pi Miler. Roanoke's first race that lets you finish before you start. November 2nd at 1:50 a.m. To register, visit smwv.org.
The campaign was so successful that for that inaugural race on a frigid November night, we had more than 300 participants. What marketing professionals can do to give nonprofits more buzz stuck with me. And by 2019, I finally convinced myself to do something about it. I pitched my idea to advertising pro Bruce C. Bryan, owner of 5 Points Creative Marketing Agency, who amazingly, crazily said yes. The video team affiliated with the nonprofit fundraising platform Click and Pledge agreed to handle production. And for the hosts, I recruited respected TV reporter Becky Freemall and Virginia Tech running back legend Kevin Jones, who had his own marketing agency. Over the summer and fall, we produced a pilot episode of Buzz starring the nonprofit Healing Strides of Virginia, whose horses provide therapy for people of all ages and disabilities, from children with autism to veterans suffering PTSD.
Well, so I understand you were a client and now you're a horse owner and an employee, and you've kind of evolved.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's been a huge transition for me in my life. I was stationed at Fort Campbell in Kentucky. I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, major depressive disorder, intermittent explosive disorder, you name it.
Do you find yourself kind of becoming those labels almost just because they place so many labels on it?
Well, I had 4 suicide attempts. I've been in a coma twice. When you get out, you're like, well, I don't know what to do anymore.
Who am I?
Yeah, like I can't tell my wife, baby, you mean the world to me. Like you're everything that I've ever wanted. And you lose that way to just come up and give your kid a hug and embrace him and pull him tight and tell him Daddy loves you more than anything. What he sees is Dad coming in, maybe going to the refrigerator, grabbing a beer and going downstairs in the basement and watching TV. Not because he doesn't want to be around, because he doesn't know how to talk anymore or share his feelings, because it's like this right here.
Did you ever imagine that an animal of any kind, a horse, would be what got you to where you are today?
I was sitting right there in that spot, and it was the anniversary of a pretty traumatic event for me. And Bounder come up to me, and he drops his head right on my shoulder, and he breathes out, telling me it's gonna be okay. And if I start crying and I get angry, it's gonna be okay. For some reason, the good Lord decided that I needed to be here, and I think I found what it is. If we help one person, or let someone know that they matter for nothing else but, they are who they are, and they're a person, and God loves them, and so do I.
And as for the buzz provided by 5 Points Creative, it was more than I could have ever imagined.
We wanted to make sure whatever we did represented you all in a way that was going to last, that was going to send you forward, that was going to get you excited to share your logo. We just wrestled and wrestled and wrestled. The tagline that came up with, that's what these horses do. They inspire hope. If someone hears about your company, one of the first things they're going to do is go to the website. Advertising, brochures, handouts, invites, social media. It was hard just not to want to give these people everything because we fell in love with them so quickly.
You'll have a website now that you can send people to with pride. You'll have printed materials that you can hand out. But in a town like Roanoke, in a market like Roanoke-Lynchburg, you're invisible till you're on television. We've created video that's going to be a 30-second TV commercial very soon.
Anyone could help.
Healing Strides helped me find a way.
My son's nonverbal, and I don't know what I'd do without them.
I don't know what I'd do without them.
I don't know what I would do without them. I don't know what I'd do without them.
Healing Strides. Horses inspiring hope.
We think now you'll have tools that you can reach out and let all these people, a little secret that's here in Boone's Mill. So, to get you started, roll it over for them. We've got a campaign starting out with $16,000 in television, advertising, airtime for that really cool commercial that Molly created. Just knowing what we've learned over the last few months, we know you're going to take this beyond what we can even imagine.
Oh my God. Sorry. Yeah, we are. It's overwhelming. You guys captured it. The horses, the people. I didn't cry the whole time over there. I don't even know what else to say, but thank you guys.
We screened the episode in November 2019 at the Grandin Theatre. Bruce Bryan invited Richard Bennett from Blue Ridge PBS, who after watching agreed to air our episodes as we produced them. So in spring of 2020, I began assembling a production schedule and budget based on the generous and talented people who had helped bring our pilot to life. But it turns out, spring 2020 was not the best time to launch a new enterprise. My video team went away. My sponsorship funding evaporated. Seemed lost until my good friend, Dan Morelli, who happened to be Virginia Tech's longtime videographer, shared with me he was taking an early retirement. He agreed to shoot a first round of Buzz episodes if we could secure money for equipment. Another good friend with an unmatched philanthropic heart, Jim Pearman of Partners in Financial Planning, agreed to sponsor these funds. Dan's and my daughters, Emily Hemphill and Madeline Morelli, who were homebound because of the pandemic, got voluntold to be our production assistants. And as for the show's host, well, I was who I could afford. I decided that what I lacked in talent I would make up for with a willingness to make a spectacle of myself. Such as this piece we shot to introduce our episode on Healing Strides.
Come on now, let's go. Let's go. The trail is my favorite part of the ride. So squeeze.
What do I do?
Or here at Mill Mountain Zoo and Wildlife Refuge.
Okay. Very nice.
Or my favorite, Southwest Virginia Ballet.
Toe. And the little toes go all the way to your heel.
No, they don't.
Okay, yes they are. Get off the floor a little bit. Hold it.
Nope.
Higher.
Nope. Nope.
Michael, I'm waiting for you. And we go and down.
Thankfully for our first 4 episodes, I had a group of actually talented people who were willing to donate vital marketing assets for our first shows. Again, Bruce Bryan's 5 Points Creative, rebranding magician Bill Gilmer at WordSprint, the talented folks at Wheeler Digital, and Carrie Cousins, now marketing director at Lead Point Digital, whose new branding and website for Southwest Virginia Ballet's Pedro Zelai remains my favorite marketing reveal.
Yes, I am.
All right, there's the old,
Okay.
and here's the new.
Wow.
And feel free to grab the mouse and move
Sorry, I'm very
around.
emotional. That's very good. After all these years.
When I felt like nothing could tell your story, like you all dancing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. You can see the beautiful joy of what's going on. Yes. Sorry.
No, that's totally okay. As long as it's tears of joy,
Yes,
then you're
it's
not like,
torture
oh
joy.
no.
No, it's joy. Yes. It's a lot of emotional, especially in these times, you know, with what we're passing through and, you know, personal things and stuff like that. It's very emotional. Yes. Thank you.
You're very
from my heart.
welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
very welcome.
Thank you.
2020 closed with the opportunity to bring buzz to my hometown in eastern Montgomery County of Virginia, to the nonprofit that gave me my start, Mountain Valley Charitable Foundation. But Mountain Valley Charitable Foundation has a marketing problem today because of all they've accomplished. So many of their programs go by different names and logos that folks don't recognize who created them, not to mention the added confusion arising from a controversial project that cuts right through eastern Montgomery County, the Mountain Valley Pipeline. To help Mountain Valley with its branding problem, I invited back to Buzz our friends from WordSprint, Bill Gilmer, Heather Alderman, and Chris DiOrio, who appeared on Buzz in August 2020 to help Roanoke's Mill Mountain Zoo. I told them about Dr. George R. Smith, Jr., the founder of Mountain Valley Charitable Foundation. Dr. Smith first came to eastern Montgomery County in 1955 to create the region's first medical clinic in a house known as Meadowbrook. He later built a nursing home on the site bearing the same name. I explained to Bill that after the nursing home closed in 2000, Dr. Smith led Mountain Valley in an effort to repurpose it, working with Montgomery County to create in one wing the Meadowbrook Public Library. It was for this project the foundation held its first of many unique golf tournaments, the Meadowbrook Open, held on the cattle farm of our former state senator, Madison Marie. The foundation later renovated the rest of Meadowbrook into the Waldron Wellness Center, Meadowbrook Museum, and a community center named in honor of Dr. Smith. I shared with WordSprint Mountain Valley's other ventures, the free community newspaper called The Link Letter, the creation of the Eastmont Tomato Festival. I took them to eastern Montgomery County's old fire station, which Mountain Valley acquired in 2011 to transform into a food pantry and thrift store. And on to the local middle school, whose surplus athletic complex was taken over by the foundation in 2014 to create Old Town Fields, with a monthly concert series and other community events. Today, the nonprofit goes by Eastmont Community Foundation, the first of many rebrandings that WordSprint has provided through our show. Bringing buzz to my community was a great way to end our first year. Though we were still in the throes of the pandemic, in 2021 we were able to buzz a little more. We celebrated Feeding Southwest Virginia's 40th anniversary with Access Advertising. Wheeler Digital returned to help Blue Ridge Women's Center. Guided again by 5 Points Creative, we featured the critical need for foster families in Giles County, Virginia. We traveled across the state to interview the inspiring parents connected with Children's Assistive Technology Service, and to the New River Valley to highlight Habitat for Humanity. But our biggest project in 2021 was inspired by another national story from 2020, the murder by Minneapolis police of George Floyd. Like most Americans, I wanted to do something in response to this injustice. And turns out I only had to look 10 miles from my home to highlight and help a nonprofit synonymous with our country's history of racial strife. For 100 years, the Christiansburg Institute stood as one of the finest schools for Black Americans in Virginia. Founded in 1866, just 1 year after the Civil War put an end to slavery, Christiansburg Institute became a testament to African American self-preservation during a time when emancipation was still more aspirational than actual. On its sprawling 185-acre campus of 15 academic buildings, dormitories, and other facilities, Christiansburg Institute educated thousands of students from across Virginia and around the country. Future doctors, lawyers, teachers, barbers, bricklayers, farmers, business owners, and preachers. Education giants such as Booker T. Washington served as supervisor. But in 1966, school integration finally took hold in Virginia, and Christiansburg Institute's legacy was quite literally whitewashed away. Its academic buildings were shuttered. Its students scattered to previously whites-only schools. Its land subdivided and sold off. Today, all that's left is one abandoned building on 4 acres. But there's a group of passionate people, school alumni, alumni descendants, along with a new generation of leaders, dedicated to preserving its history and ensuring Christiansburg Institute's present and future are just as impactful as its past. Our 2-part series on Christiansburg Institute aired in summer 2021 around the 1-year anniversary of George Floyd's death. We invited in a new member of our hive, William Nelms of Spectrum Media Solutions, who coordinated a new website for Christiansburg Institute. What I learned from our countless interviews with the school's alumni and friends was that, while we're taught that school desegregation in theory was of course a good thing, the way it was implemented proved to be another injury to African Americans. Integration didn't mean white schools were closed and white students scattered to formerly black schools. It was always the other way around. And the community, the support, the expectations and desire for excellence that permeated Black schools were destroyed.
It was a place to be remembered. It really is. Yeah, and I tell you, excuse me, I really get filled up thinking about it. It means that much to me. It really does. I had fun there. I learned how to deal with other people. I know when I went in the military, it was easy for me because I knew how to deal with other people, you know. It wasn't the same people all the time, you know. So it's really squared you up for life. And that really means a lot. I apologize. But it's to the heart.
In 2022, we started to get artsy thanks to a new partnership we formed with the Roanoke Cultural Endowment and the City of Roanoke's Arts and Cultural Commission. Our collaboration? A 6-part series of Buzz episodes highlighting various ways that the arts intersect with society. That year, we shined a spotlight on the dozens of arts organizations that came together at the Taubman Museum to bring back Roanoke Arts Pop since the start of the pandemic. Thanks in part to the buzz provided again by Carrie Cousins, thousands turned out for Arts Pop to enjoy the painters, choirs, ballets, storytellers, fashionistas, and more. And it was here we met for the first time spoken word artist extraordinaire, Bryan, Harvest Blaque, Hancock.
Give us something about Roanoke Arts Pop.
Roanoke's Arts Pop, you don't stop, we love it. Everything about it, you know, we're not above it. We're all in together with a community to serve the purpose and everything that you know. I'm not nervous talking to Buzz for Good. We all art, and we're right here in your neighborhood. Freestyle flow off the top of my brain, and I'm saying this, letting you know I'm in my lane. Thank you.
That was awesome.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
Our third Arts in Roanoke episode revolved around the healing arts, where this time we saw Bryan Hancock in a different role, using his artistry at Carilion Clinic, helping individuals suffering from mental illness and depression, like Jane Tyzinski, who had recently lost her husband and the love of her life.
Time went by, and actually I was seeking counseling. And Carilion offered a program last summer for healing through creative arts. And of all the things that I've been through, that has just rerouted me to a whole new path in life. I mean, I'm just surprised myself how profound this can be.
Another buzz from 2022 also involved the arts, but with a more somber tone. Virginia Children's Theatre producing an episode on youth mental health and suicide prevention.
Sounds silly to say, but I've seen the car coming. I've known, and I can't get out of the way. So I think to myself, please just make it go faster. I don't mind dying, I just
The Children's Theatre play was funded by a new nonprofit that was also committed to suicide prevention, Tudor House, founded in 2020 in response to the tragic suicide of its namesake.
That morning, looking at the computer, and he thought that we were going to go to jail for not paying bills. And I said, Lewis, we have enough money to pay our bills. He's like, no, Jess, you don't understand. And I told him I had to get some sleep. And I went back to sleep. And when I woke up, he was not there. He told me he was going fishing when I texted him. And His GPS said that he was on the river. So I thought he was fishing, and that would be good for him because he loved the outdoors. My stepson called me worried because he had called him. My stepdaughter called me worried because he had called her. My mom called me worried because he called her as well. And then I got nervous, and I woke my son up and asked him to go help me find his dad. And I was a little worried. I wasn't panicking, but I was worried. And then my stepdaughter called me back and said that he had left her a weird message. So at that point, I decided to go to the police department and get an emergency custody order. And I filled out the paperwork, and 5 minutes later, my son called me screaming.
What was he screaming about?
That my husband jumped from the roof in front of him. And my friend Stephanie was with him too.
What happened after that?
I ran out screaming. Matt from Texas Tavern, he and Lewis were friends, and he heard me. I screamed at him, and he came over, and he ran around the corner to see, and he came back and started yelling at everybody to call 911. There was a million people around, but I couldn't tell you who. They were all trying to comfort us, but we were just screaming. And then Christy showed up and comforted us, and then Nina came and comforted us. Everybody just came immediately. Family, friends showed up because word spread quickly in Roanoke, and we came back to the apartment after we were done talking to the police, and the house filled with our friends and family.
"2022 also saw the debut of two new sponsors of Buzz, the Louise Lester Foundation and Freedom First Credit Union, that would eventually bring to life our episodes highlighting and helping Council of Community Services as it launched the first ever Give Roanoke Day, the YMCA of Virginia's Blue Ridge, St. Francis Service Dogs, the West End Center, and Salem Area Ecumenical Ministries. 2022 also saw the return of our good friends from WordSprint, who coordinated another rebranding, this time for Brain Injury Services of Southwest Virginia. Carrie Cousins returned for another website upgrade, this time for Boys and Girls Clubs of Southwest Virginia. And then there was the historic Grandin Theatre, which had served as home for many of our watch parties since our debut. In 2022, we got to turn the camera around to feature one of Grandin Theatre's premier programs, Film Lab, which guides high schoolers into how to make movies.
Whenever you come in and you see those kids, there's a red carpet. We sat there and watched every film in awe. I was so shocked by the quality. You know, it's just that all of it looks so professional that it was crazy to believe that, you know, there were 15, 16-year-olds that were the ones who were creating this. You just know that this is something that it's going to make a difference in that kid's life. So it's cool whenever you see them that they, you know, their name goes up, and that's really neat, and you start seeing movies a different way, because now I'm looking at every single name knowing that there's a mom out there that wants, you know, that's seeing their kid's name go up. So you see the films completely different.
To watch kids grow, to watch them find their people, to watch them develop life skills that are crucial.
Okay, so we just had the showcase. It was beautiful. There's a lot of rising stars here in Roanoke. You know, a lot of talented filmmakers, actors, writers. You know, it was a beautiful showcase, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Oh, it was wonderful. It was so nice to be able to show my film in front of a whole bunch of people. I mean, the whole front row was packed full of my friends that I invited. I loved getting their input on it. But yeah, I mean, they've heard me talk about it. I've talked their ear off about all of the stuff I've been doing for the past year. So it's amazing to be able to see everything on screen and everybody to see what I've been doing.
These kids are incredibly talented, and we've got to give them that opportunity. To have the Grandin Theatre Film Lab, who gives them that opportunity outside of college, I think we've got to support that.
If you don't understand until you see the end result, you have no idea of how amazing your kid is going to be. I mean, it's just awesome.
2023 highlighted why I love nonprofits so much. They literally do everything. Consider the breadth and depth of nonprofit work we featured that year. Altamont, an outdoors recreation center, regional accelerator and mentoring program, which helps entrepreneurs build their businesses. Spikenard Honeybee Sanctuary, Community Foundation of the New River Valley, as it hosted its 10th annual Give Local NRV, which, thanks to the buzz from 5 Points Creative, raised nearly $1 million, or almost twice its goal. The Hokie Way, supporting Virginia Tech student athletes. And Literacy NRV, which helps Native and foreign-born individuals navigate the English language, like Norma Garcia Mondragon.
I used to say, I'm sorry, my English is not too good, but I will do my best. But now I'm like, I speak English. How can I help you? I talk too much, and I have to take advantage of that. And I know lots of people, lots of Latinos, that they don't speak any English, even if they're here for about maybe 20, 30 years. And I feel amazing the way I can just be the bridge for them to communicate to others. So whatever you need me to help you out, I will do, like lawyers, immigration lawyers, criminal lawyers, family lawyers, civil lawyers, maybe social service. Even if you need to go to the dentist, I can help you with that.
So advanced is her English now. In 2022, Norma started her own translation business, Language Solutions.
I would say I'm not really proud yet, and actually I told my mom, this is not me, this is you, because you worked so hard for me to be here now, because if it was for me, I might not be here. But it was my mom who always pushed me and told me that you better than that, you can do better. Without literacy volunteers, I will be flipping burgers, which is nothing wrong with that job, but I want something better for my life. And I love the way when sometimes I translate in jail, they open the doors for me.
Bastante, no cabe.
I'm very proud of her. I cannot explain how proud I am.
Could you try?
¿Usted puede expresarlo?
Sí. Así es.
Just like that.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Two of our 2023 episodes received Regional Emmy Award nominations. The first for The Least of These, a Roanoke nonprofit serving the homeless.
My name is Eric McGeorge, and I've been volunteering with the Least of These ministry for about the last 3.5 years. I got involved actually through my local church, Fellowship Community Church. I was looking for a way to serve in the community in a role that maybe not many people were taking up. Tonight we're taking the ministry truck out, which we affectionately call Mercy Grace, because it provides mercy and grace on the street level with our food items, clothing items. Tonight we're going out, just literally we just drive the different streets of downtown and surrounding areas in hopes that we see people that our ministry has served. What do you say, guys? Reggie, how you tonight? What do you think, my man? Yeah.
Hey, power to the people.
Hey, I can't stop right here. You meet me up here at the Norfolk and Southern Building where I met you last time, and I'll get you squared away.
My situation is I had a failed relationship, and then I got fired from my job a week later, and then my car blew up, and I haven't been able to recover from it, you know? Yeah. I mean, I've gotten off the street, but even when you get off the street, if you got a low-paying job, then your only option really is to go to a hotel. Yeah, it's like the immediate, and then the hotels are so expensive. That's why it's important.
You don't have any socks or anything, do you?
Socks? Yeah, I got socks. I'll have to look in my drawer here. can see. I've got some like sweatpant type. These are like uniform.
Sweatpants, be all right.
Sweatpants, okay. Dawn and I always tell each other, you know, the hard fact is a lot of us are just one paycheck away from being homeless. If our circumstances change rapidly, you know, our finances could run out and then we wouldn't have shelter. Another reason is substance abuse. It's a very high number of people we see, mental health issues, substance abuse issues, and we'll never judge anyone. We just want them we want to get them the necessities they need to make it through the next few days.
The second Emmy nomination went for our fourth Arts in Roanoke episode, featuring the importance of the arts to Roanoke City Public Schools children.
And something Aladdin has definitely taught me is timing and teamwork. What I've learned is emotions. What I learned is to have facial expressions and to show yourself and who you are.
Could we see a facial expression?
My name is Sophia, and I'm going to West Sena Elementary, and what I learned is to meet new friends and how important this play is.
My name's Walker Johnson. I'm going to be in 5th grade next year, and I go to Crystal Spring Elementary School. And something I've learned in Aladdin is how to be in a group and meet new friends.
One thing I learned at Aladdin Junior is how to be someone I'm not and have really fun with it.
My name is Kanisha Jones. I'm going to 8th grade at James Madison Middle School, and I learned to get more in tune with my character.
Something I learned in Aladdin Junior is to never make your back face the audience. That is one main thing. That's it.
Hi, I am Jahara Minor. I attend James Madison Middle School, and I'm going to 8th grade.
Hi, my name is Callan Johnson. I will be going in the 7th grade at James Madison Middle School.
My name is Taylor Helm. I'm in the 6th grade at James Madison Middle School.
My first performance was at James Madison Middle School. It was a Matilda Junior musical, and I played Kelly, which was like a backup dancer, but technically a 3rd grader. So it was kind of brand new, you know, because I enjoy doing dancing. I'm not really like spotlight, you know, until I'm jazzing.
Funny enough, it was actually at James Madison Middle School. I was 4 years old, and I did Aladdin. I was playing the little monkey Abu. And it's like nice that I'm actually the main role in the show now, my first show, and I'm the main role. It's a dream come true.
I was the lead dancer in Hairspray, and it just, ever since that, I love to act and dance. Before that, I started doing dance and ballet at 3 years old, and then I just ventured in more genres of dance, and then I started acting, and I loved it.
And what have you gained from being in drama?
Confidence, lots and lots of confidence, and it helps a lot.
Yeah, I think it's definitely helped me. I was probably a little shy, I think, when I was 4 years old, so I think theater's helped me become the person who I am today.
And it just takes away all my problems.
Do you have a lot of problems?
Not really, but sometimes school, just handling a lot of things gets me stressed, and acting just clears all of that.
Because I'm not good at communicating with other children, and I don't know. I'm not really good making friends and stuff. Because I'm scared to ask them, do you want to be my friend, you know? But now I'm I'm an actor, so might as well.
Dance, when I first started dance, it definitely helped me without being shy. It helped me gain tons of confidence because I used to be a very quiet person, and sometimes I still am because I'm not still comfortable with being a loud person, but I still can be a loud person because I get to express my feelings through dance and acting.
It just helps me, forget about everything.
Like what?
Family issues, grades, report card, SOLs, it was one of those random things.
I would like to be an actor and a singer. My dream's to come on Broadway. But yeah, I would say that I really just want to be on Broadway. I want to try my best. I want to go to a musical theater college, and I mean, I'll see where it takes off.
But it was our 5th Arts in Roanoke episode that became a real buzz highlight of 2023. The show's mission was to showcase how the city's thriving arts scene is good for business. We again recruited our good friend Bryan Hancock, along with another local musician, J.P. Powell, and together they composed an original song that we turned into a music video to give the city's economic development team a new buzz.
Light it all up like a Roman candle. Parts of paintbrush and the canvas. Make it all happen from where you're standing. Ain't no second string, nope, no stand-ins. Every hand up, cause we got the answer. Shout it to the sky like a walking pamphlet. Whole city tapping in for the cause. Enthralled, showing out, defying all laws of gravity. All in the name of humanity. Already one go, roll with your family. Seeing dreams lucid in 3D. Be who you wanna be. Faith of a mustard seed. Germinate, culminating purpose. I shall proceed. Be a walking testimony. Our stories unfold so bold for the glory. Yeah, it's all here. Telling our stories, take the lead. Etch a stone, look for me. Right here. It's here. Right here. It's here. Right here. It's here. Right here. Yeah. Hold this torch, just protect this candle. I seen squads, camps, and cliques all dismantle. Let our light shine as we take it by force. We got a right mind, so we aim our voice. Killed on set, cause it's all just cause and effect. Rub this rash, watch it more than infect. Keep your accolades, riches, awards in here. We go to war with a pen, mighty sword in here. Bust like a cannon, flow move just like a phantom. The flow so fast, the conversation just so random. Like, who's that on that mic? A true bona fide MC, he doing what he like. Heard he's so live, could he ever style bite? Is he live for real or just another sound bite? Nah, never, so smooth, stronger than ever. We do it right now, yes, now or never, come on. It's right here, right? We do it right now, yes, now or never, come on. It's right here, right? All great things start right here. Right here. This is the place to be. Home sweet home.
Something else happened in 2023 that hasn't been featured on a Buzz episode, but directly affected my personal hive and the show's reach.
In June of that year, my mother, the OG Buzz for Good, was diagnosed with an aggressive and usually fatal type of thyroid cancer in my hometown of Birmingham, Alabama. Foreseeing that I'd be spending a lot of time helping my sisters navigate her care, I decided to try and bring Buzz to Birmingham. And here is how that series began on Alabama Public Television. Though I have lived most of my life away from Alabama, part of me still thinks of Birmingham as home. I was born here in Roebuck Springs, grew up in the shadow of Eastlake United Methodist Church, and went to Birmingham Southern College, where I met some big-minded and even bigger-hearted people who became my best friends for life. It was Birmingham Southern that inspired a love of service, not to mention a love for my future wife, while on a mission trip to Brazil. A Birmingham Southern friend of mine connected me with the Mike and Gillian Goodrich Foundation, who in turn connected me with some nonprofits to feature in this first of what I hope will be many rounds of Buzz. Another Birmingham Southern friend, Brooke Battle, owner of Swell, a nonprofit fundraising platform, suggested another organization. As for the production team, I reached out to my alma mater and was introduced to Teddy Champion, Birmingham Southern's program director for media and film studies. He agreed to recruit some of his former and current students. Together, we got to work in August 2023, producing 4 episodes for Alabama Public Television. The 4 nonprofits who are the stars of our show have missions as varied as their hearts are deep. Children of Slain Police Officers, which provides full college scholarships for children whose parents were killed serving the Birmingham Police Department.
So this was in May of 2004. So this was the last trip that we took with your father. And I am thankful that we had that trip and that we had that before all of it happened.
Studio by the Tracks, which helps adults who are autistic become more artistic.
I think I'm gonna call this Colorful Ribbons Screensaver with Wheel of Fortune puzzles. I gotta write that down.
Yeah, write that down.
My name is Michael Hicks. I am 30 years old and I am from Birmingham, Alabama. Well, I appreciated art since I was little. And I really liked to draw, and then until I started taking an art class in high school. And then in 2012, that's when I heard about this place, and I've been here for 10 years now. Well, actually, it's been 11 years now, because I started coming in 2012 of August. I mostly draw a lot of my friends, and what I do is I talk about my relationship with that person. So how I would write the bio is I would write it, you know, talking about them first, and then I come in and talk about my relationship with that person, and I tell them how long I known them and stuff, and that's that's one of the most popular things with my artwork, is that everybody loves the stories that I have done, and these are all real people. Without Studio by the Tracks, I would be very bored at home. And to be honest about it, I just don't like being at home all day.
But bored, Michael is not. In addition to his work as an artist at Studio by the Tracks, Michael also works every Wednesday as the MC at a popular sports bar called Walk-Ons.
All right, everybody. Is everybody having a great time so far tonight?
He may soon have another job as my publicist.
Tonight's event, I want to let everybody know that we are doing some recording for this documentary called Buzz. And here with us tonight is the host and creator of Buzz, Michael Hemphill, who's right here with us tonight. I would say I could be in a museum, and then maybe branch out to also provide more artwork, you know, for the other walk-ons that the owner has. And I'm just trying to expand my artwork, and you know, and everybody really enjoys it.
How much does it cost for you to be here?
It's free.
Free?
Yes. So of all of our art sales, 60% goes to the artist, which is almost a little bit over half. And then the 40% goes to the studio, which covers the supplies and the classes and whatever bills that they have to pay.
Any idea how much you've made by being part of Studio by the Tracks?
Well, that's a little hard to keep up with, but trust me, I don't even know, because some people be asking me, like before an art show, they ask me like how many pieces that I have in the art show. I don't even be knowing, and I told them that's not my department to do that.
Hispanic Interest Coalition of Alabama, or HICA, which helps Latino families integrate and thrive in Alabama.
I want to apply to college and major in pre-med to become a pediatrician. He could help me visualize my future better, because before I didn't knew going to college was going to be possible because of my condition. And now that with HICA, I know that I can go to college. I'm really grateful the services that HICA has provided me because it has helped me grow and it has helped me to have more courage and to participate in more in the activities and organizations here at my school. It has helped me get out of my comfort zone.
And Bundles of Hope, which provides free diapers and period products to low-income moms like Quintisha Tubbs.
I've been more, let's say, on an expense level with the diapers. I've had a lot of help. I can be able to put back to give them the food, milk that they need, clothing. I can do a lot now, you know, and I'm very excited that they have been a part of my life, you know, to be that joy and, you know, take that stagnant away. It really has, and I'm sorry for the tearing that I'm bringing on right now because this is a you know, a awesome moment for, you know, my kids and everything to really pull that faith out of me that I never thought I could have, you know. And I used to be the one that didn't go to people often, you know, didn't ask for help or anything, but I kind of sucked my pride up and really gave me that, to let go of that pride and let my guard down. It really helped me. They really helped me understand that no matter if you're here on your own, you're not. You still have somebody. And yes, maybe made me become a better person.
So moving was this episode that for their birthday gifts, these 8-year-old twins asked their party guests to donate diapers to Bundles of Hope. And Quintisha Tubbs' husband now works for Bundles.
We're excited to give you a Buzz for Good update from the Bundles of Hope in Birmingham, Alabama.
Since our airing in January, we have distributed over 1 million diapers to Alabama families. We could not have done that without an incredible warehouse manager, Tim, who should look familiar to you as he and his family were featured in our episode. So thank you for giving us the opportunity to work together, partner, to grow a relationship, which ultimately has allowed us to build capacity and care for more families. We're so grateful for Buzz for Good. Keep up the good work.
And Mom is now cancer-free.
All right, ring the bell 3 times well. It's told to clearly say, my treatment's run, this course is done, and I am on my way. Now ring it 3 times forward, baby.
We began 2024 by wrapping up our 2-year, 6-episode Roanoke art series with the talented folks from Anstey Hodge Advertising Group, providing the buzz for the city's Arts Connect Neighbors initiative. Filming this episode, and a later one focusing on the Roanoke region's premier tourist attraction, McAfee Knob on the Appalachian Trail, was a new member to our hive, Roanoke Valley Television, who we hope to keep buzzing with when the opportunity presents itself. As for the rest of 2024, the marketing pros who joined our first episodes back in 2020 have continued to give. Carrie Cousins and Lead Point Digital helping Friends of the Blue Ridge get more buzz for the nonprofit's Virginia Specialty License Plate. 5 Points Creative helping New River Community College promote its ACE program that provides free tuition for any student willing to give back to their community through service. Wheeler Digital donating nearly $10,000 in social media campaigns and a promotional video for Salem Area Ecumenical Ministries.
Now here we are, 5 years and 50 episodes since we first gathered on that horse farm in summer 2019. Thanks to our show, we have highlighted and helped dozens of nonprofits, and we have more episodes in production in Virginia and Alabama. Buzz is also now airing in other parts of the United States, including California and Chicago. Alas, we didn't win an Emmy, but we'll try again next year, because one thing is for certain, we will still be buzzing.
Hey, this is Tyler Lyon with the Grandin Theatre Film Lab, wishing a happy 50th episode to Buzz for Good.
Buzz for Good, happy 50th episode. It's very exciting, and we are so happy that the Arts in Roanoke could be a part of it through the 6-part series on the arts that you did for us.
Congratulations, Buzz for Good, 50 episode.
Hi to our Buzz and Good friends there at Buzz, and happy 50th episode anniversary.
Buzz for Good, doing great things. From me to you, you make my heart sing. It's your boy Harvest Blaque. Hope that you're doing well. I'm not gonna rhyme anymore.
West End Center has so much to thank Buzz for Good, Michael Hemphill, Bruce Bryan, and 5 Points Creative for, that it's just hard to capture in a little video like this.
Michael, thank you so much for working with us and helping to get the buzz out about Christiansburg Institute.
I want to thank you for your spot on the healing arts initiatives in the Roanoke Valley, especially the Robert L.A. Keeley Healing Arts through Carillion Clinic Foundation.
Our whole team at the Community Foundation of the New River Valley loved working with the Buzz for Good team last June in 2023.
Thank you, Buzz for Good, for sharing New River Community College's ACE story. ACE, Access to Community College Education.
And frankly, we were blown away by it.
Yes.
It had been the first time maybe our staff and our board had taken a moment to pause and go, whoa, we've done quite a bit of really great work.
And you've really helped us think through how the arts connect us every day. Say with a group of paper mache friends, or through the Arts Connect Neighbors catalog.
We cannot be more thankful for you guys, because I know we were the guinea pigs for you guys. Southwest Union Valley, new logo, new website.
Our experience working with Buzz for Good was wonderful because it gave us a chance to pause and reflect on the impact that our organization has had on the community. And it gave us an opportunity to meaningfully present that in a visual way that really resonates with people.
But we have a new website, we have new branding, we have an amazing promotional feature that Michael and his crew shot.
I want to say thank you, Buzz for Good, for all the good that you have done and continue to keep lifting up the community. Thank you for lifting me up and telling these stories that are amazing things that people are doing out here.
What does Buzz mean to us here at now Brain Injury Solutions? Well, it means that we have been able to tell our story in an effective way.
We had such a great time with the experience, and we're so excited for all the success that the whole Buzz for Good team has had.
You so wonderfully shared our ACE story from our student and our stakeholders' perspective. Thank you for helping NRCC promote debt-free college.
And of course, the Grandin Theatre has been proud to host so many screenings of Buzz for Good over the years, and we hope to screen even more in the future. So congrats, Michael and team.
We are so thankful for you. Bravo, bravo, bravo.
From us here at Brain Injury Solutions to our friends, keep on buzzing. Your work is important.
Happy 50th episode.
Phenomenal. 50 episodes. That's a triumph. So thank you. Keep going.
Rolling and recording. Okay. Today, 5 years later, and we are now, what was that? What was I going to say here? 50 seems like a good opportunity to look back to see where we came from. So, shoot. Okay, right? Now here we are, 5 years and 50 episodes since we first gathered on that, first gathered. Today, 5 years later, and it is red leather, yellow leather, okay. Red leather, yellow leather, okay. All right, thank y'all so much. I've kept y'all late enough tonight, but thank y'all so much for being here tonight. There are a lot of stars in these shows who are here in attendance, and I want to thank all of you for being part of this. Please seek out the others, the faces that you see here tonight, and just thank them for the work that they're doing, whether they're nonprofits, whether they are marketing professionals, whether they're the sponsors, or even if they're the videographer who has done all this. Thank y'all. Now, the vote your favorite buzz. There is one winner for both the Facebook and the Instagram contests, and that is going to be Ram House, because Melissa Woodson and her team really took some tools from Buzz and implemented them and got 100 or more people liking their posts on both those platforms. Now, there are a lot of other great causes in this room, and I feel a little guilty about just awarding $1,000 to one organization. Of course, Ram House, they help the homeless. They are building a new facility to better care for the homeless, and so exceptionally worthy organization. But there are a lot of worthy organizations here. So if you have felt so inspired by someone that you see out here, that you saw in the episodes, please reach out to them and support them. I know that Dawn Sandoval with the least of these. Dawn, are you still here? Yes, okay, Dawn Sandoval is here. I know Pedro Zelaya with Southwest Virginia Ballet. I know Carol Young from Healing Strides of Virginia. There are Alex Barge from Brain Injury Solutions. I'm going to miss somebody, but look, there are a lot of great organizations here. And so Angie Covey with New River Community College ACE program. So find them, support them. They do great work. Thank y'all for making Buzz possible these last 5 years, and we will look forward to continuing this work with your help. Appreciate it. Thank y'all for being here.